Here's an easy way that law firm owners can get better results for clients while making more money at the same time. You probably know that by this point, when clients follow your advice, that they ultimately get better results, right? But one of the most frustrating things is, how do we get clients to follow our advice? Because if they follow your advice, then what's gonna happen is they're gonna get better results, and that means that they're gonna be so happy that they'll refer you to their friends, family, colleagues, whoever needs an attorney. They're also gonna be much more willing to leave you a 5-star review, and reviews make you more money, they just do. And then finally, if you're a personal injury attorney and they do what you say, that's gonna result in higher case values. Typically, personal injury attorneys struggle to get their clients to complete treatments and submit medical records and all that type of stuff. So if you can get your clients to actually do what you say, then you have a much higher chance of getting them the result that they're looking for, which is going to get you the results that you're looking for. It's gonna make you more money, right? And Zig Ziglar said, you can have anything you want in life if you help other people get what they want. That's kind of the concept here. But sometimes we need to use a little bit of behavioral psychology to get people to do what we want them to do, what's in their best interest. There was a study done, it's a very famous study. He put rats in a small box, and in the box there was a lever. They didn't teach the rats what to do, but the rat started to learn that every time you hit the lever, a food pellet falls out. So they would start hitting the lever more and more and more and more because they knew that every single time they'd get a piece of food. So then the psychologists tried something else. They actually made it random. They made it so that when sometimes the rat pressed the lever, food would come out, but other times no food would come out at all. And what they found out is that as a result of this, the rat started hitting the lever way more. I mean, just smashing the lever over and over and over again. The reason why is because they found that not just the reward causes a dopamine release in the rat's brain, but also the anticipation of the reward causes a dopamine release. So how do we use this psychological effect to get our clients to be much more compliant in the things that we want them to do? Well, what we have to do is we have to reward the actions that we want them to take. Because if we reward the actions that we want them to take, they're gonna do it more frequently. But the key is that we don't want to reward every single time they do something good, right? We want to make it random. Then what's going to happen is the dopamine hits are going to get even harder, and they're going to complete more and more and more of the actions that we want them to complete because we're triggering that dopamine release. So there's a lot of ways that you can do this, but you always want to tie a reward directly to a behavior. And that way they understand that because they completed this behavior, they got this reward. And I know this sounds like we're dealing with children, but this is just something we have to do, unfortunately. We have clients, and let's be honest, some of our clients act like children sometimes, right? So how can we actually do this in real life? Well, I've got a couple examples. So if you're a personal injury attorney, as I said before, one of the biggest struggles is getting clients to actually complete all of their treatment and getting them to complete it in a timely manner and share all the medical records with you and everything that you need so that when you present their case, the insurance company's not gonna go and say, well, they weren't that injured because they didn't go to all their physical therapy appointments. So what you would do is every time a client submits proof of attendance on the second or third or fourth time, then you wanna give them some sort of surprise, right? So you could give them a massage gift card, or you could give them a DoorDash gift card, or even just a personal text from the attorney saying, hey, I saw you completed your PT treatment today. Keep up the great work. Lots of clients don't follow through, and you're gonna be really happy that you did with the results. Even a little text like that, it's very, very powerful. What about family law? Well, family law attorneys typically have a lot of things that they struggle with their clients with, right? So there's completing paperwork, getting documents to you, following all the guidance that you give them, here's when you're supposed to drop the kids off, don't talk to your spouse, don't do X, Y, and Z, whatever it is, right? What you want to do is find a way to track the behaviors that you actually want them to do And then, probably not the first time, but maybe the second time, give them some sort of reward. It doesn't have to be a big reward. It can be a Starbucks gift card. It can be a DoorDash gift card. It can be an Uber gift card. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be as simple as a text or a video or something like that. But then you want to do it randomly at times when they continue completing the actions that you want them to do, when they're actually displaying the behavior that you want them to display. And the key to this is having somebody that actually owns the process, having somebody that understands, okay, here's what we're doing, here's how we're tracking this, and sending out the gifts and making sure that it actually happens. If you're a criminal defense firm, maybe it's rewarding people for showing up to all their court dates, or doing their probation check-ins, or finishing their drug rehab, or finishing their anger management, or finishing their driving classes, or whatever it is that you have to have them do so that they're gonna get a great outcome in their case. Not the first time, but maybe the second time, and then the fifth time, and then the sixth time. Like, make it random, but make it so that they get some sort of reward. And again, it doesn't have to be a big reward, but that's gonna fire a dopamine hit in their brain that is going to make them want to continue to do the action. And the other thing is, you want to make sure that when you give them the reward, you're letting them know they're receiving this reward because you took this action, because you made it halfway through anger management. You still have to finish the second half, but because you made it this far already, we're going to give you this reward. And if you do that, what's going to happen is your clients are going to start complying a lot more. Then they're going to get better results. When they get better results, they're going to be happier. Happier clients refer their friends and family and colleagues. They leave you 5-star reviews, and ultimately just make your life a lot easier. So try this out. Let me know in the comments which one you're going to try out. I'm excited to hear the results.